Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, guys. Just let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, India, they're obviously here with a mission. Two sides of the story here for me. On the one hand, I obviously want South Africa to win. On the other hand, I really want to see Kohli and Rohit on fire so that they could come to the 2027 World Cup in South Africa. What a drop catch. Hello. Seeing that there's something here. Let's see if I can read this message up here. Thank you very much. Oh, guys, this is gonna be a Roko show here. Wow. Yeah, let me catch up here with some of the comments. Let's see, guys. 666. What is with the 666? Oh, yeah. No, Roko is on fire. And guys, look, on a pitch like this, you don't drop your catches. What a big catch. Another one. Goodness me. Oh. You know what the problem is that, yes, dew is going to come into play, and yes, it's a decent pitch for batting, but South Africa, we've really struggled, with scoreboard pressure in terms of chasing. We know that South Africa in white ball as a side chasing, it's not always been our strong point. Vanshi Agarwal, Vanshika Agarwal. Let me know if I said that correctly. 450 is definitely on the cards here because I got to tell you honestly, from a South African point of view, I don't know where the wicket is going to come from. Something that we do, we really want you. I see that the heat from the test match is still very much alive. Look, guys, this is exactly what you're supposed to do. If people, I wonder what happened with that ball there. This is exactly what needs to happen. Hello there, Chakraborty. This is exactly what needs to happen. You have to fight back as India. You have to show the world who you are. You have to show them that you're India, and you have to come here, and you need to. Yeah, geez, Virat Kohli looks good. See, this combination of Kohli and Rohit is very, very threatening right now for South Africa. Um, Hello there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, it just ups the ante. It just ups the rivalry. It just ups. Uh, Look, he's bowling very, very defensive here now, Sir Brian, which is, I think, a little bit concerning for South Africa because 14.5 overs in and we're already going quite defensive. I don't know why they had to rest Keshav Maharaj. We spoke about matchups during the... Hi, thank you, welcome. Yeah, let's try and have some fun here today. I spoke about matchups in the test matches, India's left-handed batters and how effective Simon Harmer has been. Today here, India, you've got a lot of right-handed batters and we don't have a left-arm spinner. I don't know why Maharaj or Muthusamy, one of them couldn't have played here. Yes, I also think, look, guys, just something a little bit on Shukri Conrad. Let me just explain to you guys. I mean, if you think about the World Test Championship final, right, towards the screen. I can't turn the camera towards the TV, guys. Do you know YouTube? I once put a video of Dewald Brevis hitting a six, and the sound was on the TV, and then they gave me a huge copyright strike. So no, that's not going to be impossible. But keep everything in mind. Oh, there's my cricket ball at the back. Yes, guys, quickly something about Shukri. You know, before the World Test Championship final, a lot of people said that South Africa beat a bunch of nobodies. The nobodies that they were talking about was Bangladesh, West Indies. And then nobody had anything to say about that. That was fine with the public, you know, then nobody cared. So Shukri has been a guy that's been, you know, he's been fighting for South Africa since then. You know, he knows these kids. My volume is too low. Okay. Listen, my brother is also watching this and love the collab with Ashwin. Thank you. See if I can move this all up a little bit here. Okay, this should be better. Guys, what do you make of the pitch here? What do you make of the pitch? Wow, you guys are all just not very nice with my coach. Can I ask you, what do you guys think of... Can I ask you, what do you guys think of the fact that Gambhir said that he's the guy that won you a Champions Trophy? He's the guy that won you the Asia Cup. I think you should be a bit concerned about your coach as well. There's a lot of side effects of Ozempic now. I don't think anybody should be going on it. Siraj, 6-wicket haul. I only started live streaming a week or two ago, guys. I'm trying to get into it. It's a new thing for all of us cricket content creators, you know, to do a bit of live streaming. Can I ask you guys a question? Thank you, Shivam Patel, for your honesty. Can I ask you guys a question, right? Where do you think, who here can take a wicket for South Africa? If you need to put your unbiased caps on and we stick to the cricket here, who do we think can take a wicket here for South Africa? Finish today, South Africa. Guys, who is this Virat Kohli? I don't think Virat Kohli will be a fan of you calling Temba Bavuma that. I will just tell you that. Virat Kohli is a very classy guy, and I don't think he'd be a fan of that. Hello. 65 all out, Siraj, 6-wicket haul. And giving a free hand to him to pick his team. I mean, a target here for India. They really should be going for 400 here. I feel like Corbin Bosch could be the guy. Do you know who would have done really, really well, I think, here is Lungi Ngidi, because I do feel like on a pitch like this, you need variations. If you don't have variations, if you're just going to... And we've got drinks 16 overs in. I also think Bosch could be the guy to pick up a wicket. Here comes Maharaj, probably a guy that should have been playing. Belter of a pitch might ease out later in the evening at 5. I think that somebody like a Arshdeep Singh could get the ball to talk a bit under the lights. So for South Africa, look, we saw in the Champions Trophy against New Zealand that we didn't really have... Whenever there's a big target on the board, 350 plus, I feel as though there's no real plan for us to actually try and chase that down. I don't think people... Right, so you look at somebody like a Kohli who's got... I mean, he's the chase master, right? He's always got things planned out. He knows after 10 overs, we want this many runs. After 20 overs, we want to be here. And for South Africa, I just wonder who that person is going to be. Berger, yeah, but he's probably already bowled half of his overs. Thank you, Ayush. Okay, or not thank you for the comment. Scorecard removed. Listen, this is a 100 over game. We shouldn't be overconfident too yet. This is a good pitch. My only issue is scoreboard pressure. But whatever this total is, if South Africa batted first and we made 400 runs, I would not say that we are winning the game, because this is a very good pitch. And then, yes, with Dew coming in as well, I think Sunny Gavaskar was speaking about it, or was it Ravi Shastri? Forgive me. But, extra 20, 30, 40 runs. Love the old Tri-Nation one-day series back when these were in one-day cricket. Yeah, look, I feel like one-day cricket is the format that's probably... So now they're resting a lot of players here at the moment. I don't understand why Keshav Maharaj needed... Yeah, I don't understand why Keshav needed to be rested. I do think every opportunity... South Africa, we've not been playing our final 11, I feel. In Australia, we put forth a very good team, but then again, Australia didn't really. You guys, man, what do you think of Rohit will score? My honest opinion about Kohli and Rohit here is that they both look like they're going to make centuries. My only issue is if one of them goes on to make 150 plus, because then it's going to become really, really difficult for South Africa. Let me ask you guys this question. So we've got Quinton de Kock and we've got Ryan Rickleton in today. I gotta say, I love the idea of opening the batting with Markram and Quinton de Kock and then putting in Rickleton at 3. So Rickleton in domestic cricket, in Test cricket, he actually bats at number 3. So I'm just wondering if that, I mean, Aiden Markram, Quinton de Kock opening, Rickleton at 3, that sounds like quite a dream. Rokov blazed away. Yeah, guys, let's talk about Jaiswal. Another wicket, another left arm quick, getting his wicket. In the series against England, I was surprised that Ben Stokes took so long to bowl against Jaiswal. And throughout the Test series here against South Africa, he seems to have a real weakness against a left arm pacer. So what are your thoughts on that? Indian spinners, by the way, tell me who did India, did they pick Kuldeep and who else? They picked Sundar. Did they pick 3 spinners or just 2? Kuldeep, Sundar. I'm having to watch. See, there's absolutely, yeah, because I feel like, especially Kuldeep, I don't think you guys played Chakravarti. He would have been quite interesting. Yeah. Look, today I feel like picking the right arm spinner was a mistake. So even though Harmer has been in absolutely sublime form, I really feel as though we should have had a left arm spinner here today. International cricket. No, I didn't hear anything about Klaasen. I gotta say, I am a bit worried about the T20. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a good ball, boy. That's a good ball. All 3 innings to score. Feeling sorry. Wow. Is this what happens on lives, people? People pay to be rude to you. You have no special... Yes. Look, guys, don't underestimate Sir Brian. I feel like... Oh, did that hit him in the head? He seems absolutely fine to me. Don't underestimate Sir Brian. You are supporting... Bro, I didn't know, man, Tripati. Ashwin invited all of us to do the mock auction. It was amazing on Saturday. I got the message. Ashwin himself actually reached out, which was very, very cool. He personally messaged us, and then they said that they're going to give us each a team, and so we all ended up with a team that they chose. I didn't pick my team. I was quite nervous actually when they gave me the team with all of that money. 14.5 crore is a 100-run partnership for Kohli, for Roko. Only 16.5 overs in, guys, and Kohli and Rohit already a 100-run partnership. This is looking very ominous for South Africa at the moment, only because with the likes of a Rabada, with the likes of a Ngidi, not playing here a Maharaj, I'm just wondering where this wicket is going to come from. You've got the experience of Kohli. He's not the type of person that is just going to throw his wicket away here. And Rohit is just kind of free to really go for it. Well done. Love your work. Thank you. Thank you, mates. Yeah, India is really on fire here. Favorite IPL team, mine SRH. So quite a fan of MI. MI was one of the first teams that I loved, actually, because of Quinton de Kock. I don't know, how do you guys feel about Quinton de Kock? I think he is one of those players, guys, that it's a lot of people in South Africa. Quinton de Kock, you know, was their favorite player. Yes, Andre Russell, new power coach. Can you believe it? Guys, speaking of MI, speaking of loyalty, you know, the loyalty shown, I think, by Dre Russ, gotta respect. I think KKR fans should feel very proud about the character that is Andre Russell, and how amazing. It's gonna have to be Brevis's day, I feel. If this is not gonna be Brevis, he's not really reached his full potential. I mean, it's very early in his ODI career. It is definitely a batting favourite pitch, but South Africa chasing scoreboard pressure. Is that Kohli doing a no-hit? Woo! This is going to be a long day for South African fans. He just looks in the zone. Look at that, Virat. Don't you dare keep me out of the ODI setup. Wah! Shot. Guys, he's in it here today. Who will be the wicketkeeper in... Yeah, so that was my point. That's why I picked Alyssa Healy. The rumors seem to be that it's going to be... Oh, come on, come on. I thought there was a person there. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Guys. Look, I understand that perhaps the bowlers will be, yeah, but there's nothing in the pitch. But unfortunately, this was the same kind of attitude that we had in the Champions Trophy. You're going to have to learn to bowl on pitches like this. You're going to have to learn how to do it. Yeah, but you see, here's the thing with Brevis. He's the type of guy that can smack 100 in 50 balls, right? I think we can all agree on that. But the thing is, how often can he do something like that? How consistent? We just spoke about, yeah. I mean, I don't think the bowling, it's been all over the place. There's no real, I'm not seeing any plans. Let me actually just keep my eyes on the screen here. Tristan Stubbs versus Baby AB. Who's your favorite among both? You know what's interesting to me is that people said, let me know if you guys agree on this, right? Let me know what's interesting about this is that people said Baby AB is AB de Villiers, but I have been feeling for the last 2-3 years, kind of from the start, that Tristan Stubbs is more of an AB de Villiers to me. Let me know what you guys think about that. And it's weird, but Brevis, I mean, who do we... You know what? Maybe Tristan Stubbs also has a bit of Kevin Peterson in him. Riley Rousseau. Yeah, so Riley Rousseau, fantastic player, but I worry about the consistency. I think Tristan is a more consistent player than Brevis, but Brevis is a more lethal player. But the problem is, can he do something like that in a final? Can he do something like that in a semi-final? Do you know what I mean? That's the big question. And we've got Sean, my Australian mate, in here. He'll know what Dewald Brevis can do. He'll tell you all about Dewald Brevis' century against Australia. In Australia, Kohli is... Yeah, this is shivering times here for South Africa, and it is deep into the summer here outside. Khalim, very interesting player. Cody Yusuf is another guy I quite like. I think, guys, the upcoming SA20 Ruturaj at number 4, does it even matter? Are you even going to need Ruturaj? Because my feeling is, who would you guys say is like your, because there's no Hardik Pandya here, who would you say is your finisher in this Indian team? Tristan Stubbs needs more spotlight, very underrated. I'm a bit scared of the spotlight for some of these young guys because I feel like with the spotlight comes expectation, and South Africans, an expectation, it's still a lesson that needs to be learned. Stubbs was fantastic. I don't know if you guys watched Ashwin's video with Jarrett. Um, you know, he faced 400 balls, Tristan Stubbs, in that series, two Test match series against India, which is absolutely remarkable. If you think he didn't really sweep that much, Halim should get a chance. He might play like Hardik Pandya. I think he will take that compliment. That's a lovely compliment. Both certainly look as though they're on the way here to score a century, guys. Run rate at 7.62. All of my mathematician friends here, tell me what does that indicate? What's the score that India are going to be getting here with current run rate? Oh, that's good fielding, but my man, you should have caught Rohit Sharma earlier on. Give me an estimate with the current 7.7 run rate, and then give me 10 runs and over. 10 runs and over adds another 310. I mean, that gives you... Did I just say 310? We could be looking at over 400 here, definitely 450. 350, I think they're going to get more than 350, unless somebody comes in here and gets 2 quick wickets. 425. Is this still Subrian bowling? There's no turn available. But if you're going to be bowling at 93 kilometers an hour, don't think you're going to be getting any turn. He faced 400 balls, but the defense was not convincing. Yeah, but that's what they said. That's what they said was so remarkable, is that he somehow found a way to survive. I mean, it didn't look pretty. It reminds me of a bit of a Dean Elgar, where it didn't look pretty. But look, I'm a bit upset with Dean Elgar because he said before the Test series that India were going to whitewash South Africa, so he had no faith in South Africa in that Test series. In Test, you watch Bavuma, now you watch Roko Masterclass. Guys, in the name of cricket, okay, let's just enjoy this. Yeah, great fielding there. Yeah, so this is my one issue with this Indian lineup, and I guess my question to you is, who will be your finishers in the World Cup? Because in South Africa, I do feel like you're going to need a nice combination of guys in the middle, because wickets could be tumbling, pitches could be tough, as you saw in Australia. MS Dhoni's home ground, and Virat had dinner with MSD this week, guys. If India loses a quick couple of wickets, yeah. Look, South Africa we need to find a way to make it 350. Okay, Jansen could be better this time around. That's much better. Guys, what is it? Let me ask you this. What is it with Marco Jansen being one of the best bowlers? You got to give it to him. One of the best bowlers in the world, right? He really, really is. But whenever he plays against Rohit Sharma, something goes horribly wrong. I don't know what it is, but there's a mental thing whenever he plays against Rohit Sharma. I have World Cup nightmares of that. Hardik Pandya, yeah. And I also, guys, I've not seen this yet from South Africa. Maybe I just haven't been looking properly. But I have yet to see a slower ball. This is kind of how I started my Instagram page 18, 19 months ago. No, it's not even 18 months yet, 17, 16 months ago. And yeah, that's just kind of it. I never actually watched Peaky Blinders though, so I need to add that aspect to this. Only when people started telling me about it, I was like, oh, maybe I should watch the show, and I did, and it's a pretty cool show. He can't do it on his off days, he'll go for runs, yeah. Not effective in white ball. He was pretty damn good for Punjab, guys. Let's not take that away. Yeah, Rinku Singh, it seems like Rinku Singh is not, it's not a huge option Yeah, now they're showing the drop catch again. Oh, guys, who of you think that you could have caught that ball? I'm going to say I would have been able to catch that ball. 1 or 2 matches. Come on, guys. What are the dimensions here in this field as well? No, man. Jansen is one of the best bowlers in the world. You'll see many Australians talk about him in their podcast, saying that he could be the #1 bowler in the world. He's got a lot of ability. I think his control is not always what it should be, especially in this format. I gotta tell you, in this ODI format, where I feel like he should be better than what he is. I gotta tell you that. I think. Nah, well, why? Well, I guess you need to go into an argument with Ricky Ponting, because Ricky Ponting thinks he's one of the best in the world. Are we gonna argue with Ricky Ponting? How good was he alongside Arshdeep Singh for Punjab? Two of the best in the world, bowling for. It's one of the reasons Punjab did so well in this past IPL season. If you have Kohli in the team. Yeah, Rohit Sharma. That's pretty huge. Yeah, nobody deserves it more. Look, yeah, I feel like you guys should be very proud of Rohit. He's showing his commitment. He's showing that he wants to play the World Cup in South Africa. He's worked a lot on his fitness. Yeah, the short ball definitely becomes quite useless if you use it too often. Dale Steyn is one of those guys. He was fantastic at setting up players with the slower ball, with his in-swingers. You can't just bowl the same ball, otherwise that ball doesn't become a weapon anymore, right? Because you keep on using it over and over. Ideal score maybe 360, both half centuries done. Next goal century. I think they are both going to get. Goodness me! I just do not like when people laugh when they're being hit for sixes. Then again, guys, I think Quinton de Kock is probably going to be a key player here today. I mean, his experience in this sort of situation. It could be a day for the experienced guys. And 2028 series going to repeat. No, please remind me of 2018. Guys, in 2018, I wasn't living in South Africa. I was living in Vietnam. And for 3 years of my life, I didn't actually watch any sport. Which is very interesting, because now that's kind of all I do. No, I agree. So Nokia is luckily in the T20 setup. I think in terms of rating, look, because Berger and Jansen is both left arm quicks, I rate Berger higher than I do Jansen. But it also depends, I think, on surfaces. I think Jansen could be very potent in South Africa. We saw in the SA20, he takes a lot of wickets in South Africa. So that's a lot. There's a lot to keep in mind, I think. Yeah, the Zorzi drop catch, that's Rohit on 57 now already. So that's the same thing for India. I remember how great Arshdeep Singh was in South Africa. You also need to keep that in mind. You need to keep in mind the type of conditions. I started watching cricket. Hello. I started watching cricket when I was very, very young, like more than 20 years ago. Yeah, well, that's what you get if you haven't played for a while, I think. Sinuran Subrian. Yeah, Harshit Rana is also going to be interesting. Look, I mean, your bowlers are also going to find it tough, but I think that period under lights is going to be a good total on this pitch. 400. I think India is very capable of getting 400 here. So it's always on the cards. 400 definitely. It's just we don't seem to have somebody like a Maharaj would have been able to keep the economy rate, you know, low. He's the type of guy that can bowl a couple of dot balls, which means he can build a bit of pressure, but we just can't seem to be able to do that now. And that's just another area where Kohli is so good, is that, you know, he rotates the strike quite often. No, in Vietnam, it's honestly, it is, the food there is remarkable. I miss the food in Vietnam so much, guys. Everything is fresh, you know, a lot of vegetables, the broths, everything is just amazing. Yes, and well, I mean, I can add rabar. Oh, that's it, guys. Marco Jansen, what do you say now? And he gets Rohit Sharma. That one kept low, guys. What the hell kind of ball was that? Did it hit a crack? Goodness. Yeah. Don't mess with the long man. What? No, man, I was teaching English there. It all started off with, I just wanted to... Okay, you know what? Respect for Rohit for walking and not reviewing, because the amount of review wasting. South Africa did it in Pakistan. Guys, look at this ball. It's low. I feel like it hit a crack. I don't know if that's good for South Africa or bad, to be honest. I taught English there. I actually taught IELTS, guys. It's amazing because some of my kids are now in all of your favorite country, your favorite cricket nation, Australia. So that was a good time. Nice game. Sad to see Rohit out. Look, guys, I think this is going to be interesting now because, yes, we've got Ruturaj Gaikwad. A lot of fans have been asking for this moment. A lot of fans have been saying Gaikwad is better than Gill. What is your opinion? What is your opinion on this argument, guys? A lot of noise, especially CSK fans, when it comes to Ruturaj Gaikwad. So I'd like to know your opinion on that one. Yeah, a couple of balls stayed low. And so, yes, therefore, South Africa, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Well, I think that's where Dewald Brevis is probably going to be key again. You know, he... Two-phase nature. What do you mean two-phase nature? Do you mean a two-phase pitch? Do you mean? Is that what you mean? No. No. Jack Darby, are you Afrikaans? Okay, but what I was saying about Kohli is that he's not the type of guy that's going to throw his wicket away. South Africa's going to actually have to work to get Kohli out. And the issue with a Virat Kohli is if you don't get him nicked off in the first 20 balls, I'd say 15 to 20 balls, he usually goes on to make a big one. Yeah, I mean, guys, how tall is Marco Jansen? You know, his release point is probably... Yeah, that was plum. Isn't that what you said? Oh, man. I'm always very, very honest. Ruturaj Gaikwad is a better player than Shubman Gill. Okay, please tell me why. Please tell me why you say that. I'm quite happy that there's been a breakthrough now because this was looking very, very ominous for South Africa. Hello, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, you know, good. I mean, I hate it when players waste reviews and then they walk off. Chill, bro, Jack. Ayo. Guys, isn't Jansen a better second phase? Look, that was a slower ball, 116.8 kilometers an hour. How long did it take us to bring in this strategy? And it's going to be interesting to see when India employ this strategy because it took South Africa almost 20 overs on a pitch that is very much batting friendly to start bowling change-ups. Dew determined. That's why he's saying that. Thank you so much. IMRKSHR. Chill, bro, Jack. Chill. Okay, I'm feeling a bit better as a South African right now. Yeah. Yeah, look, I've always thought that Gaikwad is a very decent player. The issue for India is that in white ball cricket, you've just got a complete abundance of talent. So it's always like, who's going to play, who's going to make it in. I'm happy to see my guy Arshdeep Singh playing here today. Prashit Krishna could also be interesting if we look at the bounce that Jansen got. Look, there's also a couple of bowlers in your side that I do feel can go for runs. So, somebody is blessing you, brother. It's my brother. He's playing, he's sneezing here on the couch. Guys, he just got a Switch 2. I don't know if you guys are into gaming. Is it a Switch 2? Yeah, he's lying here on the couch playing on his Switch 2. So I don't know if you guys are into video gaming, but let me know. He's playing some sort of Pokemon game. It's a Switch 2 game. Jansen should come after power play. Yeah, I felt like Rohit and Kohli applying ointment. Yes, Pavan, but what about me? Okay, so Markram, I just feel like we missed a trick here with the left arm spinner. Could have put Muthusamy in here. Oh, guys, the Jansen hatred here. Are there any Punjab fans here? I don't think I've got any Punjab people here on the chat today. I need my people from Punjab because I thought he was amazing. Where's Tabraya Shamsi? That is a question that, I'm a PlayStation gamer. Yes, me too. I still only have a PlayStation 4, but it's not even mine. It's actually my brother's, but I mean, he's got a computer, he's got a Switch 2, he's got a... Greetings to you and the subs. What up, Shushen? 4478. Does that mean you were born in 1978? Is that what that number means? Yes, I have a feeling that Prishna could be the target here today. And so I feel like the things that you were saying about Jansen, we could very well say about Krishna, but I don't want to jinx things here. He might come out and take some fantastic wickets as well. But yes, Brian isn't bowling enough dot balls for me here. Thank you, Shushin. With all this matchup talk, that Jack Derby, you hit the nail on the head here. Matchups, he bowled 103.7 kilometers an hour, Sir Brian. 103.7 kilometers an hour. That is too quick, my man. Almost 6. That one's 85. Okay, I guess he's trying to vary his pace here. He's kind of trying everything, but I don't know if he's bowling the right length, to be honest. Look, we'll see when Kuldeep bowls, because I do feel like we miss Mohammad Shami, don't we all? I think of that 2023 World Cup, Bumrah with Shami. Jeez, guys, you were pretty much unstoppable until, of course, that final against Australia. But, yeah, I'm very surprised face reveal of brother. No, he does not. No. Guys, my brother is a hard worker, okay? He's trying to relax now. The Cricket King. They want you to open a channel called the... Guys, my brother knows absolutely 1%. Okay, I'll give him 1 or 2%. He knows 1 or 2% of things about the cricket. He knows what a 4 is and he knows what a 6 is. Okay, this is not his... He likes tennis. He likes watching tennis with me. In white ball, especially middle order, very weak. Yeah, guys, Brietzke has been quite fantastic. I don't know if you guys have been watching Matthew Brietzke, but he's been pretty good. We are still stuck in test ball 2-0. Look, at least, guys, at least it's been slowing down a bit here, and I like this move from Aiden Markram to bring Nandre Berger back into the attack. I'm a little bit... Let's see the economy rates here. Bartman. Okay, wow. The screen is just so quickly. And he starts off with a slower ball. Now I'm hearing in my ear here that Dale Steyn has also asked for this slower ball. Guys, why have they not started doing this earlier? So this is the advantage of batting first, is that you kind of know which balls were difficult, and so you can employ that tactic a lot earlier. Thoughts on Brevis's future? Yeah, hi. Aravind Rohit is out. A ball from Marco Jansen that stayed low, and he's out for LBW. Luckily for you, he didn't waste a review. Nokia this is my trademark. Nokia is in the T20 squad, so I feel like we are going to see a bit of Anrich Norkia back, guys, domestically. He are you absolutely mad? You must be demented soul. I'm a gunner. I'm a gooner. Come on, you gunners. Why missing Petros? You mean, Andre Pretorius, yeah. I also miss him. I thought him and Quinton de Kock in Pakistan opening the batting together was one of the most amazing things I've seen in my life. So there's quite a bit of a conundrum for Shukri and Temba, is who's going to open the batting for South Africa, because I think no. Nice analysis. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to be honest here. What do you guys think for South Africa's opening pair? We spoke about this earlier. I like the right-left hand of Markram and de Kock. Do you guys know that years ago people said that that should be South Africa's opening pair? And maybe tonight we'll get to see it for the first time. No, guys, I think Arsenal. I just want to have a great football game. We have our cricket here, and then this should be done, and then we should be able to watch that football game. So I'm very excited. Too straight, that from Berger. Please tell Bosch started slower delivery by 13th over. Oh, he did. Thank you for that update there. Faf du Plessis. Well, guys, yeah, that's another thing we should talk about. Faf du Plessis done with the IPL, going to the PSL. What are your thoughts on that? I'll give you guys my thoughts in a minute. Rice, yes, Rice Mark. Ah, no, man. Eze is my boy. Guys, I was so happy when Arsenal bought Eze, and then he was just not being picked. You know, Man City, Liverpool, and then finally the man is in, and things just start happening. Yeah. That is actually, I think, Aiden Markram's weakness, is that channel there, top of off. I don't know. I'm trying to think. He gets bowled quite often there as well, and sometimes he nicks off kind of the way that Kohli does on 5-6 stump. We'll see. So a gooner is like what we call ourselves, you know. And Arsenal, they are the gunners. I'm glad I could give you a lesson in the greatest football club in the world right now. Okay, this is the question, right? Because last season, guys, people just wanted Odegaard out. And I guess, you know, yeah, that's going to be the big question. What is Mikel going to do? Because you can't remove Eze now. I'm sorry. Which channel? I do watch-alongs. Like, I watch the watch-alongs with AFT sometimes, Arsenal Football TV. You Chelsea people are mad overconfident. I know that you beat Barcelona and you think that you're over the moon. I'm also a Barcelona fan, by the way, but Barcelona are not up to scratch this year. Their defense has to be one of the worst in Europe right now. Okay, well, thanks for the compliment. By the way, I'm happy that Lauren Bell got picked up by RCB. I think she is going to Estevao hat-trick incoming. So, yeah, I mean, he's the guy. I like Donovan Ferreira's attitude in the Pakistan series. Yeah, but he also, for me, if you look at somebody like a David Miller, you look at a Klaasen, right? They are absolute power hitters, finishers. Come on! What a shot. Got to give that to Kohli. He's in absolutely sublime form here. Nothing is troubling him. There is every chance in the world that Kohli could score a double century here. I'm not even being crazy with the way that he's batting here today. Inigo. Football has hijacked a cricket live stream. I'm sorry, we can stop talking about football. It's just today it's number 1 versus number 2. Things are going to get very busy now with football. A bit of an anticlimax. No, I just don't think we're going to have a draw. You know, the Arsenal fans are very... They have their things and they have their little traditions and they have their songs. Do you play FPL? What the hell is FPL? Martin Odegaard was, I don't know. You got your Odegaards. He was quite off near the end of the season, in the second half of the season. Okay, we'll stop the football chat. Let's just get here. Okay, it seems Gaikwad is going okay, 7 of 8. The last thing you want is somebody like Kohli getting on really well, and then somebody comes in. That's a fantastic delivery from Berger. That is exactly the type of bouncer. Because I like Marco Jansen, one ball kept low, the other two just like flew over the cock and went for fours. Odegaard is it's a bit overrated. I've done. This is, that is real. I am happy about the red ball, but look, South Africa doesn't have a white ball World Cup. So, South African players who have played in ODIs in 20. Guys, did you see this list? I think over 30 players have played for South Africa in ODIs this year. That is a little bit... Let's see here. Look at this, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. South Africa have used 36 different players in ODIs this year. What the hell? This is my only thing is that I don't know who is supposed to be our 11 because of this. India is very bad. Don't worry, South Africa isn't great in football either. But we've got rugby, we've got cricket, pretty decent in netball. You guys are better in hockey than we are, I believe. No, I would not have time to play fantasy. But my friend has one and he asked me to join and I said, no, I'm not going to have time for that. Are you talking about South Africa? I don't think... I mean, I think from the batting, you probably add in Bavuma and David Miller. So that's that for that. And in terms of the bowling, maybe you add Maharaj, Lungi, Rabada for some players. But I won't really... I think South Africa is trying to do in the cricket what India has been doing in the white ball. Is that India... There's no real such thing as like a... oh, that ball kept low as well. You know, India, they've been building quite a lot of depth in white ball. I'm just wondering where that is in red ball. And this is a thought I had the other day is why don't you pick players for your test team that are, you know, in red ball form domestically? That doesn't seem to be something that you're doing, which is very interesting for me. Our sound that you're making, yeah. It's yes, so it's Marco Jansen. So Manus Labuschagne, we'd say Marnus. Marco Marnus. I think Stubbs is just resting. So that's also the other thing. Stubbs could also come in, but I don't think Stubbs is preferred in this format, right? I think a Matthew Breetske gets in above him. So interesting. Yeah, look, I can't really say this is our B team, especially in terms of batting, because all of these guys are pretty decent, but the bowling, yeah. I mean, you don't have Rabada, you don't have Maharaj, you don't have Ngidi. Yeah. 6 bowling a trouble for SA now. Look, they can bowl Markram, but I think Markram will be smacked all over the park. Yeah, but I want to win the ODI, guys. The ODI World Cup is in my country in 2027. Okay, people are going to be paying a lot of money. I want to go to different stadiums, and I'm saving up money to do the whole thing. So the last thing I want to do is see my team not win the bloody cup. So test series, fantastic. The T20, I mean, I just think India are overwhelming favorites in the T20 series, if I'm being honest. I mean, you guys should be playing yourselves in the final of the T20 World Cup. That's just the honest truth. That's reality. Rohit, India. Pitch looks flat. People are yawning. You should have seen that yawn. That guy almost swallowed me whole in the stands. Here we've got Otnil Bartman coming back. I mean, we're basically... Oh, okay, interesting. I would like to see what his plans are going to be now, Otnil Bartman, because he's a much better bowler than those first 3 overs, that's for sure. Gerald Coetzee is another guy. Nokia is getting back into the swing of things. The SA20 is why SA players shift. How's it going, Pavan? Donovan Ferrara in this side, he hits the ball so hard. I think they're preferring Brevis. Oh, that's such a nice shot from Kohli, only for 1. I wonder how many people can fit in this stadium. Do you want Devon? No, Devon, guys, Devon Conway won't get into our side. There are, I mean, if you look at all the openers we've got right now, Aiden Markram, Ryan Rickleton, Quinton de Kock, Luandre Pretorius, Tony de Zorzi. I don't think Devon Conway is getting into our team, if I'm being honest. T20 World Cup, India, Australian. Semi-finalist T20 World Cup, India, Australia, New Zealand, Pakistan. What a catch by Brevis! Oh my word! My voice! Guys! Okay, screw it. That's giving ABD de Villiers right there. What a catch, guys. Let's look at this one again. Wow. That is, yeah, guys, you can't really blame Gaikwad. Look at this. Yo! Guys, yeah, the guy was yawning in the crowd. We needed something to wake up here. Goodness me, that was a fantastic catch by young Brevis. CSK fans unite. It's always better that, yes, I agree. Look, I think people, for India to win that World Cup in 2023, it's like what you said. It's the same with the Women's World Cup. I mean, I didn't mind India winning the Women's World Cup because it was their home World Cup. And because the Indian women have been through the exact same things as South African women. Brevis catch. Oh, come on, you got to give that to Brevis. Come on. I know the crowd is silent, but you guys can clap, okay? That was a fantastic catch. And he plays for CSK, so if you're a CSK fan, you want to see him in form. Removed by Gum. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing, and I don't know if Ashwin spoke about this, but I think he did, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I do feel that players need to get a bit of a longer period to prove themselves. So here comes a left-hander now. Now I'm wondering if they're going to bring the right arm spinner back. He's like a potato. What the hell? 50,000 people can fit in this stadium. Guys, South Africa, I don't think, maybe the Wanderers, but I don't think we've got we need to have bigger cricket stadiums, if I'm being honest. Brevis, my boy. That was amazing. Yo, come to bat, play 13 balls, and then out. People take that. I do think that was a fantastic catch, though. It was timed beautifully. I'm happy that Bartman got a wicket, because a lot of South African fans were not happy to see him in the 11 here. Hello. How's it going? I think for South Africa to win, I mean, what's he going to come in? I would like to see... I would like to see Quinton de Kock opening the batting with Aiden Markram. I like to see Rickleton at 3, because Rickleton plays number 3 for his domestic side in... What are you doing? Who's that Aiden Markram? Guys, okay, this is starting to heat up now. Don't put Kohli under pressure like that, Washi. The last thing Kohli needs now is for his partner to panic like this. Can you see, guys? I'm a little bit up now. That's 2 wickets for South Africa. We're trying to fight back here. But look at that. That's just unnecessary. There's no need for that from Sundar. Lift some spirits. Yes, yes, yes. 100%. Possible final, because they are very good. I just can't believe that you're not putting South Africa in there. South Africa is one of the best all format teams currently in the game. Nitish Kumar Reddy is the guy. Zach Crawley has been getting a lot of flack. He's been getting a lot of flack. Just thinking it might be time for us to bring... I actually think Markram Markram has also been instrumental in creating this wicket, you know, these wickets, sorry. What do you guys think of Markram's captaincy? See, I kind of knew that Bartman was going to be a little bit better in this spell, and that was exactly the over that we needed. Only 2 and 1 wicket. I got to tell you this thing about Australia, and I was just chatting to a friend, just nonchalantly, during the Women's World Cup, and my feeling was then is that I think it's going to be a couple of years before they win a World Cup again. I don't know why, it's just a feeling. You know how sometimes you just get a feeling. But Australia could be going through a test, well, what do they call it, transition, after this World Test Championship cycle. Do you think Devos is going to score a 50 plus? I think Devos will have to score 50 plus today, but it all depends on how we start, because whenever we have to chase a bloody score of 350 plus, the batters at the top always seem to panic. So now I'm hoping with de Kock back into the mix, with the experience that he brings, hopefully, the Dale Steyn just spoke about ABD as well. Only guy who play in every position like he's playing in. No, so that's what people are talking about. I think, you know, you need to... Oh, quick single, but Kohli's too quick, yeah. Goodness, he could have run 1.5 there. 10 levels of cricket they've been playing there again. Yeah, I'm surprised that people are still not really... You know, if you take the men and the women, we're certainly up there in the top 2 teams at least, in terms of, you know, I guess all format. I think the South African test cricket is difficult to judge in the women's game because they just don't play enough test cricket. They rarely play. I gotta tell you guys, I'm not a fan of the ping pong games. I don't like the ping pong games. I think it's completely useless. I think it's too difficult for the batters. And somebody who loves bowling, who's a South African person who loves bowling, I think the ping pong tests are stupid. Yes, I do. I do get tired. So last night I was going to watch football, But I was like, no, I actually can't. So that's why I've also started playing video games again, because I need a break from watching all this cricket. It's too much. And any plans on coming to India? This is fantastic bowling here by Nandre Berger. Um, South Africa are in a good little spell here. They're pulling back the run rate. They didn't panic. Of course, India, they still have the mastermind that is Virat Kohli. Um, but yeah, Sundar looking a little bit uncomfortable here. Nandre Berger, yeah, he's getting a bit of seam movement here off the pitch and the ball. Guys, remember in ODI cricket, this is very important to remember. This ball is only about 14 overs old. So this ball is not 28 overs old. It's only 14 overs old. So there should still... Wow, no, that's too good, isn't it? Guys, I asked earlier on the dimensions of this ground. It doesn't look like a very big ground. Can somebody tell me something about... Yeah, fantastic shot. That's how you get off... that's how you get off the mark. That's how you take the pressure off you and your teammate. Tell me a bit... If England's bowlers bowl the way that they bowled in that first innings, then yeah, by all means, England do have a shot. But the issue is the bloody batting. And if Australia decide that they want to open the batting with Travis Head, then, you know, good luck. Okay, Ruben Arman, guys. Another player, a left-handed batter, because I do feel like South Africa, we need to get a couple more. We're going to need to start looking as well for a replacement for David Miller. 60 by 60, okay, that's pretty decent. It's pretty decent, but it's not that big. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at, I'm thinking of decent grounds like a 73, 75 meters. Okay, 60, so that's good as well. I think 300 plus total is a must. I'm happy that you guys are now talking about 300 instead of 400. So that's making me a lot happier now, because South Africa, I think what would give us a very good match is a total of 350. If India only managed to score 300, I feel like South Africa will have to, I mean, if they don't chase that down, then it's terrible. But I think Ashdeep Singh under lights is a very good bowler. So that's the one area that is a bit threatening for me, is how Singh bowls under the lights. And South Africa will know that. I think Markram is a fantastic player, but I think with all of his talent and skill, he should be better. He should have done better, and he should be more consistent in terms of scoring big runs. Who is the broadcaster in South Africa? So Supersport is broadcasting this for us, and the commentary available to South Africa is Sunny Gavaskar, same as the tests. Sean Pollock, Sunny Gavaskar, Harsha Bogle, Dale Steyn. I think Murali. I think Deepdash Gupta. I think I'm hearing. I'm not sure. Can't always put bowlers in pressure to get them under 200, and after 2, this pitch will get better and per hands of the bowlers. Batsmen should stay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. England, I thought Australia were great. Hello, Crickverse official. I thought Australia were really really great, but I also think England threw it away. But once there's a guy named Boovy, I know Boovy. That's a fantastic shot by Kohli for one. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take a 5 to 10 minute break here, and then I'll be back. I'll see you guys soon. How's it going, guys? Trying to see what's my best angle. Yeah, so another wicket fell. Great catch by Corbin Bosch. It's interesting because I was watching. I checked out a post on Facebook this morning, and a lot of people were saying, why is Otniel Baardman in the side? He's a very handy bowler in these types of conditions. That's all I could say. Should not have been so up in the order with Rahul and Jadeja. Has been Guys, here's a question for you. We're going to see how Rahul plays now, but it seems that the guys are carrying a bit of scars from the test matches. Jaiswal, Sundar. I'm hearing a couple of people saying that Akshar Patel should have played. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Yeah, the outfield is... I mean, Jansen with his long legs, no chance with that one. Until my father is playing. Who is your father? Let's get a pillow for me here. Yeah, look, KL Rahul looks very, very solid. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for me. I think a lot of people complained about the fact that Rahul comes in at number 6. Overly backed seems like he's the only all-format cricketer. Yeah. Look, I'm a huge Akshar Patel fan, so I'm a bit biased there. Young players getting a chance to test themselves. What do you guys think of Otniel Baardman? I think he's been absolutely amazing. It's the beauty of cricket, you can... Oi, that was a good length though. 126 kilometers an hour. You can have a bad first spell, but then you can come back and you can make an impact. That's the beauty of cricket as a bowler. As a batter, if you're out, unless it's a no ball. Still prefer Ngidi over Baardman. Yeah, they both offer something similar. I think Lungi being a bit taller. Also, Lungi in South Africa is a completely different beast as well. He also knows how to bowl in the Highvelds, Pretoria. That's why I think Pretoria Capitals bought Lungi Ngidi, because that's where he grew up playing his cricket. Akshar is better than Washi. Yeah. Getting my vitamins in, people. I hope you guys are being healthy. It's winter there in India. It's weird. For me, in South Africa, this is always the time of the year I get sick. I don't know why. We're going into summer. Got to get those vitamins in. It's going to be a busy month. Coming up, Gamers Arena. Akshar should fire his PR team. It seems like with Indian cricket, PR plays a big role, guys. I mean, we can bring up somebody like a Shubman Gill. I think PR has done him absolutely wonders in his cricketing career. But is PR a really big thing in Indian cricket? I'm just asking out of curiosity. Brevis has been so good, guys. Brevis has been so good. So the one thing that's been happening here now is that I think the partners since Rohit Sharma, they've all just put Kohli a little bit under pressure. It's not as free-flowing as it was maybe 10, 12 overs ago for Virat. But, he's an experienced operator. He knows how to deal with these types of situations. So, I think for him, he understands very well that the next 10 overs is all about just building a partnership, and then it's about letting loose again. They dropped Jadeja, and now it's Akshar. I think, yeah, they're just the same with South Africa. I can't tell you who our 11 is for T20. I think this T20 series is gonna open our eyes as South Africans as to who is going to make the cut for the World Cup, and then obviously it's the SA20 as well. I would love to see Brevis bowl a couple of overs, but nobody seems to wanna let him bowl. So I mean, is also quite aggressive. Yeah, I think Brevis's PR was maybe a bit too much at the start of his career. Which team looks better in WPL? I think because it's only 5 teams, very similar to the SA20, I think all teams look very strong. I think it's time for another team in the WPL. I think even the SA20 could add another team. Look, it depends. I think every team has got their strong areas in the WPL. I think people didn't agree about the 3.2 crore for Deepti Sharma. I think the combination of Deepti and Sophie it's a very strong combination. My question for you guys is, this is happening in January, fresh pitches. How big of a part are the spinners actually going to play? Look, the women do bowl slower than the men, so naturally they should get more turn than the men, but how much of an effect is it going to be? Look, I will say this about the auction. I think sort of Ganguly, he was very aggressive, but that's just the DC way. They were very aggressive in the auction, and he managed to buy some really, really good players. So yeah, the Delhi Capitals look very good to me. I think RCB also did a good job. I think MI already had quite a strong team. I think, you know, with Nat Severbrunt and Amelia Kerr, both of them, you know, orange cap, purple cap. So it was very important for them to get Amelia Kerr back. Here goes Kohli. Is that going to be another 2? Yeah, he's just... Oh, no, no, no. That's good fielding. Who's that? Guys, it's amazing, right? Virat Kohli has been out there for, what can we say, 30 overs. And it looks as if he's just come in facing ball 1. How he runs, his fitness. I've had a neck spasm for the last month. So, I mean, right there. Sorry, right there. Even here. So, I don't know how much of an effect, but, you know, your head position in batting is very important. It's another great shot. Running between the wickets at the age of 37. Yeah, no, he is the king, right? I made a fantastic tribute for him earlier on this year. Yeah, a lot of respect for Kohli. I know people have their opinions about him, but Testament, according to you, keep in mind the due factor. I think that 350 mark for South Africa has been a bit of a problem. This isn't news. Everybody should know this. The 350 mark it's not been good for South Africa. So if India get the 350 mark, if they get to 350, I know due and everything, but sometimes, you know, I mean, at what time is the dew going to come in? That's the question, because South Africa tend to lose wickets at the top. They tend to not start very well if there's a big score on the board. You know, you think of players like back in the day, you had like a Hashim Amla, Jacques Cullis. Those people just knew how to manage an innings. I do like that Temba is nowadays batting at number 4. He's not playing today, but so yes, sorry. Yeah, I went on a 10-minute break, so if you want to repeat your comment, you're welcome to do so. Maybe I didn't catch that one. Yes, I do read comments, guys. I'm going to get a bloody neck spasm trying to watch the game and reading comments. Hi, Ashutosh Sharma. Trying to see who's faster between the wickets. Who won that, Kohli or MS? Okay, here we go. 8 runs and over gives you 345. 10 runs and over gives you 377. I think it's too early for India to want to go for that 10 and over. So I guess this could all come down to... Look, I think for South Africa right now, if we keep up what we're doing here and we can restrict you guys to maybe 320, 330, I think that would be great. Guys, de Kock, please, guys. De Kock is spelled with a K. Why are you doing this to my boy? Calling him the cock with a C. Can we start using a K, people? Please, can we start using a K? And also, they're the most balanced team. So, yes, I think DC and I think RCB, I think they use their purse very well. Yeah. They look, I think RCB didn't have one bet over 1 crore. So you think of the players that they got. You've now got Nadine de Klerk with Risha Ghosh at the back there. I thought it was crazy that nobody actually went for Nadine de Klerk. She's looking very good in the WBBL. You think of her and Risha Ghosh together, both of them. I mean, 150 strike rate, right, in the ODI World Cup. Imagine what that's going to look like in the T20 World Cup. Like I said, fresh pitches, which is, it's giving me the vibe that the pitches are going to be good for batting in January. I think RCB did really well. Don't have my phone on me now, but I was looking at some of the teams later. Yeah, RCB, DC, a lot of buys, both balanced teams. Yeah, I agree with you. RCB looks very good. Quinton de Rooster. Oh, I need him to rooster on today here. That's all I can say. Virat Kohli's diehard fan. Yeah, guys, look, I mean, 93 from 93. He's just doing Kohli things. He's not panicking. Couple of wickets fell around him. This is a good over from Sir Brian. Just 1 run from it. I think that's really important because the opportunities are going to come for South Africa. Thank you. Ayush, you're back. Yeah. Oh, here we go again. Good Lord. Guys. I guess I'm going to have to learn how to deal with this. So I will just say thank you. No, it's okay. Thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your name though. Ayush. Is it Ayush? 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 Guys, help me out with this one. Which team do you support in the IPL? So that you will discover in due time, because I am going to be working for a team in the SA20. So if you support me, I'm confusing YouTube now with Insta. If you yes, you are right. What am I right about? If you follow me on Instagram, maybe there are some clues. There were some clues for you. Right pronunciation. I gave 3 pronunciations, but okay. Virat. I just think Virat is he's just doing Virat things. I'm not even surprised. I just also, this is the other thing. Virat and Rohit, you know, they both really love playing against South Africa, which again you have to beg to ask the question, you know, can you leave out these 2 guys in the upcoming World Cup in 20? Okay, so it is Ayush. Okay, thank you. I'm very shocked about Alyssa Healy, and none of us actually know who UP, who's going to be the wicket keeper there. Yes, mentally aggressive. Do you know, I think this is a good point. I think it would have been interesting, would the test matches have been different with Virat Kohli playing, you know? With Virat Kohli, people saying that his weakness is, you know, that 5th, 6th, 7th stump channel. But the battle really was against spin. So, guys, I'm Pretoria Capitals. I'm not going to say yes or no. You guys will know in the next few weeks, I think, what is happening in terms of me. But I'm under contract, so I'm not allowed to say anything. Please, the last thing I could do is afford to be sued. Not with all this amazing money that Ayush is giving me here, guys. Could have gone for Amy Jones. The issue is, that's not a good ball. It's too straight. The issue is that you can only choose about that. Are you sure? Are you sure about that pronunciation, guys? I'm enjoying the puns here. The issue is you can only use 4 international players, right? So there's a lot of South Africans that I would have loved to see in the WPL, but the issue is only 20 players can play, right? So yeah, at the end, it's Roko's in the team and the majority of the runs. What about the youngsters? That's a good shot. Of course, it's Virat Kohli. Guys, 2 runs short. What do you guys think? If Virat played in this previous test series, if, Rohit Sharma, do you guys think it could have been a slightly different result? Because they both, quite like playing against South Africa. So let me know what you guys think of that. So yeah, Amy Jones, I don't think, I think the what's the word? The competition is so high in the WPL. It's only 5 teams. You have the likes of Laura Wolfart. I'm just talking about internationals now. Elise Perry was fantastic. I don't know if you guys watched WBBL. She was fantastic for the Sydney Sixers this morning. The competition for the internationals is really, really big. 98 from 97 balls. See, this is where South Africa. Okay, well, could very much well get it in this over. Guys, has Kohli ever? Did you guys ever see that video of Dale Steyn getting David Warner out? Shane Warne sitting in the commentary box, saying that nobody's ever been dismissed in the 90s. Oh, every time I see that video, it makes me really, really happy. So I'll rather not ask you guys that question. Tanya, this was the best time to get at least one. That's exactly what I said. I made a whole video on YouTube. You're welcome to go check it out. I made one on Instagram as well, where I picked my team of some of the players that didn't make it. Fantastic Indian girl, Vrinda Dinesh, in great domestic form. She didn't make the cut. I was quite surprised about that. Like I said, psychologically for South Africa, the 350 target is a bit scaring. Scary, not scaring. Okay, guys. Got to focus on the telly here now. The king is batting. Okay, that's a dot. Yes. So that was my team. I spent my Saturday morning yesterday looking up some of the Indian talents, looking up some stats, because I had no life yesterday. And he goes to 99, does the king. Sorry, yeah, but Rohit is already out, my man. Guys, the being humble is you speak of Kohli, and I'm happy that you mentioned Kohli, because Kohli was a very aggressive leader for India, and you think of the success you had under him, and he did sometimes play the villain. He did it in Australia with great success. He did it in South Africa with great success. In cricket, we need these characters. We need, he's on 99. We need the rivalries. I am gonna do Ashes watch along because it also starts at a very good time. 99 of 99. The cameras are out. The phones are ready. Kohli looks focused. So Brian goes in. Oh, don't get run out here now, Virat. You could have easily won the first one if Roko played the test. Yeah, the first one was a very tight affair. The problem with the second one, and this, look, South Africa has also been in this situation, guys. There's videos of Faf du Plessis all over the internet, where he speaks about this, where India bat first, they make 500-600 runs, and they suffer. because mentally it breaks your spirit, you know. So South Africa have been on the other side of that narrative many a times against India. And so I guess a lot of people ask this question, should the toss play such a big part in Test cricket? You know, that's another good question, I think, that we can ask. I think it was a poor choice. I guess everybody can have their opinion on that. I don't think we've heard from Shukri as of yet about the situation. I've already said what I wanted to say about it. I've made a YouTube video about it. I made an Instagram video about it. So I've said my say. I think everybody's had their opinions on it. Dale Steyn also had his opinion on it. And here we are now, you know, South Africa on the back foot. Who knows the target that India is going to set for South Africa here, and the series is very much on fire. I don't think 350 will be enough. Psychologically, 350 has been a problem for South Africa. Intelligent spin bowler, but she went... Okay, I'll try and remember her name. Vaishnavi Sharma. Okay. Maharaj... Right, chilling outside. Maharaj, I also thought Maharaj could have made a real impact here on this game. Simon Harmer, he doesn't play white ball cricket for South Africa. There's some other players that they prefer ahead of Harmer. That's actually a good ball there from Jansen. And Kohli is back on strike, guys. Yeah, so Harmer isn't really in the white ball conversation for South Africa. Right, guys, the cameras are out again. Virat has another opportunity. He's got 3 deliveries here against Marco Jansen. I guess what ball is Marco going to bowl? Is this the moment to try another bouncer? Even though 2 of them have gone for 9 runs. What's he going to do here? Is he just going to bowl length? What's he going to do? That was an opportunity there for Kohli, guys. See, even when you're this experienced... does any of you guys play cricket? If so, have you ever scored a century? Let me know. One of the things I definitely want to do is... what do you call that area outside... you know, Mumbai... where everybody plays cricket outside. I definitely want to visit that. It's like Pakistan not calling up Sajid and Oman. Yeah, this is also... He's got it. And is that even going to be a 4? Yes. What a fantastic shot. Look at that. The king, ladies and gentlemen. You do not leave out the king in this format, the ODI format. I mean, you take his 103 runs out of this innings and India would have been absolutely nowhere. 52 hundreds, 75 50s. Absolutely remarkable. Somebody is on the pitch, guys. A fan is on the pitch. How did he get on there? Did you guys see that? My first game at school, I forgot my gloves. Yes, no, unbelievable this. Guys, did you see the guy running on the pitch? It looks pretty open, this stadium. I think I would be able to make it through there and shake Kohli's hands. Sharma was the highest wicket taker in the Under-19 World Cup. Thank you. And she was also not picked. Do you know what her base price was? Was it 20? Was it 30? Oh, it scored 50 now, South Africa. It's like the old days. That's a better ball, that. Yeah, because that was a boundary. Right now, it's going to be interesting to see, guys. What is Kohli's plan? Does anybody know who is in after KL Rahul? I don't have my phone on me now. Who is a 10 luck? Yeah, they could have bought her then. Come on. I think people coming on the ground. You know, I'll tell you a story in South Africa. I don't know if you guys are familiar with rugby, but in South Africa, I don't remember where this was, but maybe it was in Pretoria or Durban, I'm not sure. But there was a referee that kept blowing against South Africa. You know, he kept blowing against us, giving penalties to the other team. And this big unit, as you know, Ravi Shastri, this big unit, I think his name was Piet van Zyl, he ran onto the field and he tackled the referee. The referee was out, absolutely out. And then they had to replace the referee because he was injured. He couldn't carry on. He couldn't carry on, you know, refereeing the game. So yeah, guys, this has happened in South Africa, not in cricket, but in rugby. The female tennis player who got attacked. Are you talking about? Is it Steffi, Monica? I don't remember the girl who got stabbed. Yes, that was years ago, decades ago. Piet van Zyl, donkey, random. Yes, against Piet van Zyl. Do you remember that, mate? Yo, that was, yo, see, 23 years ago. That was insane. I just don't remember where it was. My feeling is Pretoria. It is Monica, yeah. Jeez, that was hectic. And that was a terrible ball. Okay, so Brian, yeah, come on, man, you've bowled how many overs? Okay, well, he's almost done. So that's going to be interesting then. You guys said we only had 5 bowlers, so we've got... Oh, yeah, I knew he was going to go for it now. Jeez Louise, this is it now. Kohli's going to start upping the gears here. See, guys, it's going to be interesting to see your spinner speeds because 93 kilometers an hour, earlier on 103 kilometers an hour. You just can't be doing that. So sorry, we've got Jansen, we've got Corbin, we've got Berger, Otniel Baardman and Sir Brian. So yeah, we've only got the 5 bowling options. I'm going to go back to what one of you guys said earlier on. My mom stopped watching tennis after that incident. My mom stopped watching cricket after 1999, and she was quite into cricket, I'm not going to lie. What's going on here now? Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt that earlier on they should have identified that, especially the right-handed batters, that they can target, you know, Sir Brian. He's not getting any turn, he's bowling too fast. He was actually good in Pakistan, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you know, experience. Is that going to be caught? Is that going to be... No. Goodness me, a full toss, my man. What are you doing? Again, 99.8 kilometers. I mean, this is really smart from Kohli, you know. I do feel like you can tell when it's not somebody's day, and so therefore you need to target that bowler. He's under pressure here. Thank goodness this is his last over. Klooster and Donald. Yeah, mates. Goodness me. I was so young. But that was one of my... I think that was one of my first sporting memories. I don't remember the 1995 Rugby World Cup, though. I was like a baby. Virat is on song. This is not good bowling. Too wide. The ball isn't turning. That's also, the length is wrong. Okay, see now India are very much looking on this 350 mark. You guys, this is such an underrated skill. But pacing your innings as an ODI batter. You know, we see this is a huge problem with England. None of them know how to do that properly. Kohli, and it's not just England. I feel like there's a guy who has been doing it very well for South Africa is Matthew Breedske. But just pacing your ODI innings. I mean, look at his strike rate now. You know, it was maybe 95 to 100. It's gone up now. It's like 120. Just from that one over. Yeah, so just pacing your innings and waiting for the opportune moment to attack. You know, when to consolidate, when to attack. Abhishek Sharma. Yeah, but you speak of Jaiswal and Abhishek Sharma, but obviously that's not going to be the opening duo. The opening duo is going to be your all-format future captain Shubman Gill and Abhishek Sharma. 92 cricket. Yeah, is that the one with Pollock? No, not Pollock. That was the World Cup where Duckworth Lewis was not. Yeah, I mean, tell me about, yeah, what, I know that World Cup where it was like we needed like 30 something runs from one ball after the rain. Yeah, no, Virat he is the perfect ODI player for sure. He is the perfect ODI player. For South Africa, we got to try and keep this below 350, but Kohli is in a different mood here now. Okay, let's just put our thinking caps on here. Aiden Markram, and there goes the camera on cue. How are you going to dismiss Virat Kohli? Because if he bats till the end of this innings, he could be well on his way to 200. Lakat 123. Welcome. Is a master of ODI cricket. We needed 22 runs from 13. And 22 of 7. Yes. Jeez, that's a bunch of BS. We needed yeah, look, this is also another thing that my dad has gone through a lot, and my grandfather as well, watching the Proteas play cricket. Don't count your chickens before it is hashed, Ayush. This is a good deck. If South Africa can somehow miraculously get India to not get more than 3... What's going on here, guys? Guys, what the hell is going on here? Okay, this is ridiculous. Obviously, move on with the game, people. When long ago did Earth experience your presence? I love how poetic that is. You guys are always asking my age. I wonder if it's available on Google. I don't think it is. So I guess you guys are gonna have to stay in the mystery. That's too good. That is too good. What is the plan here? Pace on. I don't think pace on is the plan here. Don't think pace on is the way to go. Bedingham, Miller, Rassie van der Dussen. Yeah, Rassie van der Dussen is another guy, you know. I mean, look, remember the records that he broke in ODI cricket? I think he was the number one. Or was it Babar Azam's time that, guys? I think Rassie van der Dussen was number one in ODI cricket. It was between him and Babar. Correct me if I'm wrong here, people. But don't be sorry. Okay, there's still 10 overs remaining. India at 263. You see, slower delivery. I honestly, this is probably where a Lungi Ngidi, and look, Lungi Ngidi has gotten Virat Kohli out a couple of times as well. This is probably where somebody like him would have been very useful. 12. Guys, let's raise some funds for Jack Darby to get him a pair of glasses. Rassie is a good name. Rassie is probably, I can imagine a lot of parents calling their children Rassie. Guys, by the way, that's our rugby coach. His name is also Rassie. Whatever your age is, your cricket career. Yes. Well, I started watching cricket from a very, very young age, though. My dad can tell you a lot of stories. 400 plus, nah. I mean, if India get 400 from here, I am going to be very angry, because then South Africa would have to bowl some dog biscuits from here on. Right, we've got 10 overs remaining. The sun is setting. I also think India are going to have a really good period under the lights with the ball. Hi, hello, welcome. Rassi Erasmus should coach every team in every sport. I'm telling you. I just want a bit of chasing the sun vibes in the Bafana. Thank you so much, Ravi Singh. I really appreciate it. Yes, Bafana, the Proteas. A speech from Rassi would be on. Um, the cap was actually a gift from my father. So he thought I would look cool in this, and so when I started my page on Instagram about cricket, I just thought, this is the closest thing I have to the test caps that the guys are wearing in test cricket. And oh, that was a good ball from Berger. And so, yeah, that's kind of, and then people told me that I'm like Thomas Shelby's sister, and I'm like, I've heard of Peaky Blinders, but I've never watched it. And then I actually started watching it. I think the dew probably already set in. Well, that sounds amazing to me if the dew is already set in. I'm actually getting. I mean, I do think India are well on their way here for 350, possibly 380. Goodness, that's going to be hectic. But it's going to be a big challenge. A lot of these guys in the South African team are playing for spots, especially with Quinton de Kock. That's good feeling. Especially with Quinton de Kock back in the mix. He's such a class player. That experience is something that we... Sorry guys, just getting my vitamins in. It's summertime. It's going to be a busy month. I do feel like Berger. Yeah, so sorry, Quinton de Kock. I do... He's another player I think South Africans have always thought that he could be one of those guys that could win us a World Cup. He had a great ODI World Cup in 2023. So Quinny de Kock being back in. Speaking of Pink Bow, who's your favorite series ever and why? I love Breaking Bad. I absolutely love Breaking Bad. Let me think. I also love Succession. There's this amazing show on Amazon. It's funny. It's called The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. It's so funny. That's also very good. Breaking Bad. In terms of sitcom stuff, my favorite one, I'm talking about Big Bang Theory now, Friends, Will and Grace. My favorite one out of that is How I Met Your Mother. I actually rewatch some things. Yeah, Breaking Bad was just phenomenal. By the way, the new show, sort of, what is it called on Apple? So Better Call Saul, the girl from Better Call Saul has a show now on Apple. So I'm waiting for all of the episodes to be out because I can't do this week stuff. I absolutely hate doing it. Yeah, I've got to tell you, I'm not a big fan of Schitt's Creek. It's a bit too dramatic for me. You know how some shows it really pushes the comedy? But maybe I should try it again because all of my friends absolutely... Yeah, Pluribus. Please don't give me any spoilers here, guys, because I am very excited for that. I watch it every week. It's good. Yes, True Detective. Yes, with Woody and Matt. Thank you for reminding me because a few months ago I told myself I really want to rewatch that show, so that could be on my list. I don't know. Maybe you guys should mention a couple of things. Oh, did he get him? Did he not get him? Guys, what happened there? We could say whatever the hell we want, though. He's getting back to his form again. Oh, just short. Just short. That's a good over. One. True Detective. I watched the True Detective with Jodie Foster. I think I watched it this year. Even Dark. A lot of people have spoken. Yeah, bounced. It just bounced. Any Succession fans? Nobody watch Succession. Are there any Stranger Things fans, guys? I heard the new episodes came out on the 27th. Stranger Thing They're just very old for me now. Aren't they all like 30 years old? I think they all watched the 99 Cricket World Cup. I mean, how old are they? He ain't that good. Who are you talking about? You watched it? No, man. Jodie Foster, I think, was in that. Goodness me, Ravi Shastri was like, he's gone. But that one bounced. I got really excited here now. Um, Jodie Foster was in that one. Succession, oh my goodness. Watch it. It is amazing. It's a bit slow burn in the beginning, but the show is, oh, it's good. It's good. Suits, I watched maybe the first 4, 5 seasons or something of Suits. Yeah, HBO usually makes the best stuff. Obviously, I watched Game of Thrones. I'm thinking of watching Wheel of Time. I don't know if any of you guys have watched Wheel of Time, but now they've obviously stopped the show. If you have, what's your opinion on Wheel of Time? It's 266 for 4. South Africa's fighting back a little bit here, bringing back the slower deliveries, building a bit of pressure. Guys, Rahul, 20 from 33. What's your thought on that? Westworld, I've also, Stranger Things, yeah, Stranger Things, I mean, if they're going to take 5 years to give us a new season, was it not good? Okay, thank you. If Stranger Things is going to take 5 years to give me a new season, and that is just not good fielding. All that pressure was building. Let's just look at this. Brevis has been good all night, and now what the hell was this? Any anime fans here? I love anime. I'm trying to think. The last one I watched was on Netflix, Apothecary Diaries. Okay, there was a bounce. Yeah. Okay, so shame. Let's forgive Brevis here. When did this topic... Whenever we talk about another topic, Jack Darby gets really upset. You guys are welcome to throw some animes in the comments for me. I'm always keen to watch some animes, and then I will carry on with the cricket before Jack Darby loses it. Hell on Wheels, if you haven't. Okay. Shinshin. Soprano. Oh, soprano quotes. Okay. Demon Slayer. I've heard of that one. Oh, Jadeja is in next. Look, for South Africa here at the moment, Dairy Goals, I'm seeing the word dairy. Dairy Goals was hilarious. Got away with that. That was a full toss. Let's see here. So 8 overs. 8 overs at 10 and over. 8 overs at 10 and over gives India 352. So I think that's what South Africa needs to keep in mind. I've watched Attack on Titan pilot episode. Is literally one of the best pilot episodes I've seen in my life. I watched Cowboy Bebop with my brother years ago though. Yeah, I've watched that. Oh, here's my random fashion. Human eye is 98% water. Steins Gate. Thank you guys for all of the... Ooh, Kohli. Virat. Virat is getting a massage. Okay, guys, in that case, just give me 2 minutes. Let me run to the bathroom quick. This is good bowling, guys, from Nandre Berger. You got to give it to him. Does he currently have an IPL team, guys, Nandre Berger? Do you think he could be somebody that could be picked up for the IPL now in this mini auction coming up? I don't think he's got. Bumrah and Rabada, I believe, is not going to feature in this ODI series, Jurassic Park. The last time I watched Jurassic Park, guys, was when I was very, very young. This is up. Oh, really? Let's see, let's see. This is good bowling by the kid. So are you sure he is still with the Royals, though? He is still with them. Manor, Midnight Mass, Hill House. Oh, Jack Darby has now joined the film conversation. Thank you, Aditya. Rajasthan Royals. Thank you, we got it, we got it. He's with the Royals. I'm just wondering if he is still with them. I know he was with them in the previous IPL, but I didn't see him in... Oh, that's wide again, I think. Yeah, that's wide again. Okay, my boy, don't bowl too many wides here. You've got a really good over here. He should start. A South African, hello, how's it going? Das Babu, hello, how are you? If you're an Indian fan, I think you should feel pretty good. But South Africa's fighting here. I think Oxen Chair. Come on. Oh, I don't think this is going to be caught. It's actually caught. Yes, man. Come on, he deserves that wicket, guys. He's been bowling really, really well. He gets the big fish. He gets Virat Kohli, and it's a slower ball, 115.7 kilometers an hour. Yeah, guys, let's just give Virat a clap of hands here. It was a fantastic innings, an innings fit for a king. That's for sure. Fantastic. He really put India in the driving seat, but look, it's not over yet. Like you guys said, I do think 350 is that target. So, refreshing what link? I'm looking all right here to me. Let me know if everything is okay. No, jinxed it. Look, yeah, I felt like something was going to happen there in that over for Nandre Berger. Yeah, take a bow for the king. It's going to be interesting to see how Jadeja plays here now. Just let me know when Kohli gets to 200. Not today. Interesting with this pitch, guys, because let's take into account, when did that ball start staying low? 25, which means maybe as the innings progresses, as the ball gets a little bit older, it's just not maybe that easy to bat, because we saw a couple of balls staying low. It didn't come onto the bat the way it did in the first 10. So again, you know, for South Africa, who is going to open the batting? Would you throw in an Aiden Markram with a Quinton de Kock? That's going to be the big question for me. Everything's working. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jack Darby. You sound like you should be in a... Guys, Pirates of the Caribbean was one of my favorite. I had the box set. I had the posters. Pirates of the Caribbean was my absolute favorite. Not the fourth one, the first three. Yeah, Markram and QDK, I do believe, have their batting boots on. Yeah, look, I think we're going to be in for a fantastic chase anyway. It all just depends how much we're going to be when is Gyökeres going to be fit again for Arsenal? That's the other question for me. But Mikel Merino has been doing well, so not too much to complain there. But let's get back to the cricket. Morne Morkel is a happy man regardless of results against SA. Yeah, that's true. That's true, but I think, you know, in terms of the Test cricket, there were rumours that after the Australian No, is it? Yeah, after the Australian series that he was going to be sacked. I guess that did not happen. Guys, here's the issue now. So Bartman and Berger, I think, should Kohli not maybe have waited um, a couple of overs before he went for the trigger? Because I do think Berger and Bartman have been our two best bowlers. So do you guys think Kohli should have just maybe held on? Or maybe he was feeling, you know, a lower back pain. But I feel like the bowlers that he could have really smashed maybe are coming on a bit later. Although, you know, mind you, Corbin Bosch came back really, really well. Now, those were just rumors. Can you please tell us your name? My name is, it's Thanja. It's Tanja. So that really is my name. Original Jurassic Park again. It's not a dinosaur movie. Jumanji is another movie when I was a kid. The original one with Kirsten Dunst. That I was also a big fan. I sometimes download the wrong Spider-Man movie. I don't know what the hell that means, but I'm not going to ask. Okay, 279 for 5, 43.1 overs. Can South Africa keep India below 320? Is that me asking too much? Yes, it's that too. My name on Instagram is Cape Town Cricket Queen because I'm from Cape Town. That's a very good catch under pressure there from Rickleton. I honestly thought that was. Guys, why did I see some of the people in the Indian crowd cheering? Oh, they probably cheered when he was walking off, not for the catch. The word control. Control and the illusion of control. We're getting very deep here on this cricket watch along. Is chaseable, but anything, yeah, 330. Now I'm starting to like 320. Oh yeah, the crowd has gone wild for Virat, rightly so. I think Bavuma is resting. We'll probably see Bavuma back in the second game. We'll probably see Maharaj back in the second game. I think we will see possibly Lungi and Gidi back in the second game. I don't know why Lungi didn't play this game, but you know, I think Shukri's selections have been very good. Not a lot to complain about. Maybe Rob Walter's selections are my favorite too, but they didn't land with the third movie. I quite like that third movie, to be honest. The soundtrack is one of Hans Zimmer's best works. That it's a soundtrack I listened to a lot. I thought that, I know people will say Hans Zimmer, what's the one? Interstellar is the one, but guys, if you want to listen to a great, just that shows just the immensity, like how immense Hans Zimmer's ability and talent is, then the Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End soundtrack is phenomenal. See, you should have stopped that ball. They should never doubt Virat Kohli. If others had kept the run rate going, Virat won't. Yeah. Get the heck out of here, Kohli's son. Who's Kohli's son? Am I missing something here? Yeah, so this is something that we spoke about, guys. Maybe an hour and a half ago. I was asking you guys the question of who is India's finisher in ODI cricket. I think Shreyas Iyer not being here is also a big miss for India. But who is your finisher, though? Because I don't think KL Rahul is a number 6, in my opinion. Thank you, Indian Russian. Have you watched Stranger Things 5? No, my brother and I just discussed when we're going to be watching it together. But now it seems they're releasing episodes just release all of them in one go. We've waited 5 bloody years. Oh, and I'm just speaking about a finisher. And I'm saying KL Rahul is in a number 6 and he smashes it for 6. Phenomenal shot that. And it's who's bowling? Nandre Berger. Yes, shot boy. That was fantastic. Off the hip. Fabulous. Yep. Maybe this is going to make him... Yeah, and I think KL Rahul just answered our question here. Finisher ideally should be punt. Yeah, I thought Brisha Punt was going to play in this game, guys. Interesting. Why do you think that he... Yeah, right? Isn't that just the commentator? And then, yeah, I love it. It's as if he was listening to me, KL Rahul. Yeah, fantastic shot that. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, Nandre, what are you going to do now, lad? You've still got a bouncer up your sleeve. I'm waiting for some Yorkers, to be honest. He bowls some cracking Yorkers. He's going length, just back of a length. Decent. I don't think... I think Indian Test cricket is finished if they avoid their problems. And look, I do think Gambhir is a... Yeah, I do think Gambhir is a very stubborn coach. And the only other problem now is that when is India playing again, guys? When is your next test match? No, they're not finished at all. There's just a couple of things that they need to fix, but they need to admit that they need it to be fixed, right? So, yeah, when is your next test match? And is it against Sri Lanka? Are you playing? Oi, 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 son. No, it's your last over. You had such a good day. Come on, you got to finish it off here. My degree in cricket is watching it for 20 plus years. That's it. No. I do have a film degree, so that's also why I'm in content creating. I did script writing as well, which I think is something that has helped me a lot. I also write poems. Yeah, I'm a writer. You know, that's one of the things I think that's really helped me. Aye, there's the Yorker. Aye, that was almost run out. But in the end, a good single. There was the Yorker. Look, yeah, I think watching a lot of cricket, listening to different commentators, you know. Yeah, I'm with random. I'm with randomly factual here. Yes, you become very expressive over cricket if you're a Protea fan. There's no other choice. There's no other way than to become a very expressive cricket watcher, cricket obsessed, cricket fanatic. That is a good shot, but why would you bowl there if you don't have a fielder there? KL Rahul is on a mission now, guys. What have I done? What have I done? A reaction channel? Yes, but then do I have to sift through my live videos? Look, I've got something coming up in terms of live. You guys just need to watch this space, watch my Instagram. I've got something that I'm collaborating with that is coming your way. So you guys just need to keep watching this space. $1 per thumbnail. Where? My thumbnail creator is my friend, and I'm on this journey with him, and he's learning, he's getting better. So that's what I have to say for now. We're all just learning. Even doing this live stuff is very new for me. I'm learning. And yeah, there should always be room for growth. Yeah, what a shot. He's on a mission here now. India on 300 for 5 with, let's see now, 1 ball to go before there's only 5 overs left. Finger licking good burger. Okay, yeah. So 17 from this over. Nandre, oi, 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 bro. Also stream in innings break. Now, Indian Russian, I'm one person. I need to go eat lunch in innings break. I will be back for the very first ball of the second innings, though, because I do think the first 10 overs is going to be very important. India, you know, who's going to open the bowling with Arshdeep Singh? Is it going to be... Who are the three fast bowlers? Arshdeep Singh, Harshdeep Rana. Who's opening the bowling, guys, for India? Answer me that. Rugby or cricket? No, for me it is cricket. For me it is cricket. I prefer cricket over rugby. I always have. But I'm one of the few South Africans that would say that. IPL content. Yeah, so a lot of things planned, guys, for the World Cup. A lot of things planned for the rest of this series. A lot of things planned for the SA20. That's why I'm drinking my vitamins. I need to stay healthy. Yes. No, I'm going to have pizza now in the break. I'm going to have... Oh, come on, run. No, he's just giving him the single. Okay. So maybe he's feeling... No, why? But that's a good Yorker. Let's see. Okay, so Corbin will be bowling 3 here, and then it will be Marco Jansen, which I've got to be honest with you, I don't remember that much of Marco Jansen's death bowling. I don't know if I'm a fan of it. We'll see now. Yeah, I love cricket. Cricket, yeah, cricket. I watched the rugby yesterday, but it was an absolutely waste of time. We absolutely smashed Wales. Wales didn't even have their first team there because there's a franchise league going on in the rugby as well. Thank you, Jack Darby. South Africa must win this match and this series. Well, you know, India are definitely here. India are definitely here to fight, to do more than fight. They want to thrive. They want to conquer. You know, they're a little bit wounded after that test series, so they will want to stamp down their authority in this white ball series. And as we saw with Kohli today when he got his century. Guys, run rate 666. Some angel numbers for us here. Oh yeah, Prashit. Okay, well, Prashit, like I said, some of us predicted that he could be a target, but I also feel like that opens it up for him to take wickets. He's trying the Yorkers. Good, 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 good. What the hell was that? Come on, they're running singles on balls where you shouldn't be getting singles. Yeah, I want to see what he's going to do in the death here now. Is Markram captain? Yes, Temba is resting. Aiden Markram is our captain. I am not married. That's also a question I get very often. Oh, yeah, well, I feel it's that kind of pitch, though. It's the pitch where it is a more than 6 and over type of pitch, you know. It's a 300 and... I think this is a 300 and... Guys, the boundaries feel very short. That was 128 kilometers an hour. I mean, he didn't put that much power into that shot. Let's see here. I mean, it's a good ball. But it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit too on the hip. Look at that, guys, 61 meters. So I think we need to take that into account as well. The boundaries are not that big. But yeah, Markram isn't happy. The captain isn't happy. We've got to be more consistent there. Just stick to the Yorkers. Why the hell not? Single. Can we keep India under 350? Is coming for the Proteas. I just think Bavuma is resting. You know, the last thing we want to do is give him an injury. His hamstring, I don't know if it's recovered fully. That's what you are lacking. Guys, Markram is also you know, he's a World Cup winning captain. He's the under 19 World Cup winning captain. In World T20 World Cups, he's only lost 1 game, and that was against India in the final. So I think we've got 2 fantastic leaders. Oh, that's just... I'm going to start swearing here now. Seriously. Yeah. This has been a problem for a lot of teams, though. Not just South Africa. Is the first 10 overs and the last 10 overs. I feel like the middle overs we're pretty good at because we usually have... Corbin Bosch is good in the middle. Keshav Maharaj is good in the middle. Yeah. Wow, 3. Plus chase in India is not easy. Yeah, but I do think, look, I think we've got the lineup to do this. It's just, it's going to be all about planning. Like we saw how Kohli paced his innings. Somebody, yeah, that was very sloppy. It's unacceptable. So somebody's going to have to play a Kohli innings. Somebody's going to have to, I mean, look, if you look at this, guys, Aidan Markram, Ryan Rickleton, Quinton de Kock, Tony de Zorzi, Matthew Breetska, Dewald Brevis, Corbin Bosch, Marco Jansen. There's plenty of batting for South Africa. It's just going to be about, they need to keep their heads, because remember I said 350 is just psychologically, it's not been a good total for South Africa. But it is GOAT single-handedly made. Yeah, you know, if you know me on Instagram, you know I'm a big Kagiso Rabada fan. Oh, subscribed. Gajen Pagar. India. Wow. Yo, guys, you're very you're very confident in the comment section. I enjoy it. I also know that cricket is a sport where we don't judge anything before both teams have batted. 1 free run, even do 3 is crazy to chase. Yeah. Right, here's Jansen now. Let's see. Where's my water? Let's see what Jansen can do here. That was good. So the plan here is obviously Yorkers. Let's see how many they can pull off here. We'll see, we'll see. But I considered SN as very sincere. See, I'm happy that you mentioned that, because I also don't like the fact that it's okay for Australia, England, India. You know, you guys could be like these aggressive nations. You can bring the fire in your big 3 series, but it's like the world just expects South Africa and New Zealand to be these nice teams. We're the ones who don't have the trophies, you know. So what do you think about that? Because I think being the nice guys, and look, we don't associate Australia with being nice guys, but hey, who's got the most trophies? So there's a lot of aspects to that, and I'm happy that you said that, because geez, why the hell should we just be the team that shuts up and not say anything? Cricket needs more rivalries, and South Africa, we're playing really good cricket at the moment. And if you take New Zealand as well, it's also a great side, but they're always the nice team. South Africa's always the nice team. Well, we're the teams who don't have the bloody trophies, so that should say a lot to you. And if you look at, I'm going to bring Rappi into this conversation again. You know, Rassie as well, our coach, he's seen as a villain in World Rugby. But hey, people don't like us. We're not the nice guys in Rugby, but we're the most successful team in Rugby. So maybe, I don't know, maybe our cricket can learn something from our Rugby. I do think we need to bring a little bit more fire into this sport. Yeah, well, was Kohli somebody who was quiet? When you were the #1 test team in the world, when Kohli was your captain, was he somebody who was quiet? No. So that's also something to think about. You were the best test team in the world under Virat Kohli. He was definitely not an angel while he was captain, I'll tell you that. So just keep that in mind as well. Yeah, you know, that's just played. Who's that, Jadeja? That's just played with absolute touch. I mean, was that a pace on delivery? See, South Africa's death bowling is okay. 324. How much was that over? 1, 2, 3, 8, 11 from that over. I'm not a fan of these slower ball bounces. I think it just sits up in the pitch. I don't think it's a very good tactic here. especially with the older ball. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of that. Yeah, New Zealand is also a very... I think, I don't know, I could be mistaken. I think Simon Doull has spoken about this as well, you know. Simon Doull, we don't have to be the nice guys, you know. This is cricket. It's competitive. Just trying the Yorker again. Is that going to be two? Just field it better this time. Okay, that's going to be two. KL Rahul, guys, how he is caught up here. Got to give it to him. This is quite a fantastic 50. He came in under a little bit of pressure in a position that, you know, I mean, I don't see him as a number 6. But that's just what KL Rahul has been doing in cricket. It doesn't matter where they put him, he makes runs. And, you know, he doesn't just make runs in India. He's one of the few guys in India's current setup that makes centuries, half centuries all around the world. So fantastic. Yeah, I did a bit of a review. I did a bit of a review on the WPL auction. Yeah, so I mean, I said from the start, I think India are going to get 350. So let's see if they get to the 350. Yeah, this is just KL Rahul being KL Rahul. I mean, he doesn't have the averages or the strike rates, right, to put him. It's very similar to Temba Bavuma, actually. That's a very good. Oh, he followed the batsman there. This is a good battle, this actually. But KL doesn't have the average, right? He doesn't have the strike rate necessarily to put him amongst some of the best players in the world. But guys, who the hell gets shunt around more than KL Rahul, telling him, okay, you know what, now you're going to open. Now we're going to bring you in at number 6. In this format, you're going to be number 4, you know, or whatever. I mean, he's been thrown all over and he just keeps delivering. Imagine if he, for his whole career, I missed that Yorker, but he got away with it. Imagine for his entire career if he just played in one, like shunt. Yeah, let me try and teach you that one. Like if I'm trying to tell my brother, go clean the toilet, you know, go get me a glass of water. I'm like shunting you around. I keep telling people what to do or what they should do. Kind of like him. They keep telling him, okay, now you're going to be number 1. Now you're going to be number 4. Now you're going to be number 6. If he played his whole career, guys, in one position, I think his average would be above 40, 45 in Test cricket. That's what I think. It cannot be easy to constantly, because you think about the difference in the roles that you have to play, right? If you're opening the batting versus batting in the lower middle order. AB de Villiers, huge fan base for AB in India. And also Jonty Rhodes. You guys are big fans of Jonty Rhodes as well, right? Markram both. Yeah, but also Markram, you know, number 4, then he has to be number 1, then back to being number 4. Yeah, good point there about KL scoring 100, number 4. Yeah, I agree with that statement. It's going to be 45, but yeah, but I think if he played in the same position, you know, then maybe, you know, maybe he could have. Tell your brother to make you a sandwich. No, I can never tell my brother what to do. No, I'm gonna go get pizza in this break. Yeah, my favorite player ever as Jar Cullis. You know, he's my hero. 100%. Yeah, under 350 would be psychological. But now I'm worried about Janssen's next over, guys. I'm worried about Janssen. I think at this point they're trying too many tricks. Keep an eye on this slower ball bouncer as well. I wonder if India is going to do this. That's good. Even the low full toss, guys, such an underrated delivery. Next stain from South Africa. I can't really see one yet. Because look, Rabada and Stain, they're not the same type of bowlers. They're very different. I'm just wondering for South Africa, somebody who at absolute pace. I mean, Andre Berger, somebody who can swing the ball in and out and at, you know, with absolute pace. But no, I don't think we've got now our next Dale Steyn yet. Dale Steyn was also, he's top for me in terms of favourite cricket players for South Africa. Yeah, Graeme Smith, you know, that guy, he broke people's careers, right? Especially the English captains. Yeah, okay. Better ball from Jansen there. Again, pace on. I mean, let's see what he does in this over. He also went for 63, 1 wicket. Guys, no dew as of yet. No dew. Those tyres are drier than the Sahara Desert. Absolutely no dew on those tyres. Wickets good. We can chase 360. Do you want me to? Okay, I'll increase the size of the scorecard for the second innings. I'm going to take a break. Now, Steyn, also just Steyn's whole aura was just, that's not a good bloody ball, man. This is good work. Ah, no, it's not good enough. Nah, I mean, you can't be mad at the fielder. It's just, that was a nothing ball. Yeah, that was Brietzke, though. See, that's just, guys, that's just a nothing ball. Was that pace on again? It also seems that we saw, Aina, don't tell me he got injured. We also saw how good Rohit Sharma was hitting off a length. I don't know, Aiden Markram could also have a good night, but let me just touch wood. I don't want to jinx him. Just in terms of how this pitch is playing. Ball touched, yeah, Queen. Yeah, Waqar Younis, of course. I remember Waqar Younis, yeah, Dale Steyn. I was talking about Coco. Yeah, I was talking about Iswaran. Is that the test guy, right? The guy who does so well domestically in test cricket. He's an opener. Yeah, I was wondering for India, you know, why don't they choose more players in their test team who actually has the experience in test cricket? Because if you're an all-format player for India, there's not a lot of time in a year that you spend playing, you know, 4-day cricket. That is just remarkable. Ah, that is just I mean, that was not a bad ball, though. Let's just, oh, they're going to show a replay of that. Just look at that. Wasn't that like middle stump? No. Yeah, okay, he read him well, but that wasn't on target, that delivery. Do you know, it's kind of, if he was just, I mean, if he just stayed still, I think he still would have been able to whack that ball, because look at that. Is that out? Goodness me, okay, good luck that. But it's already 341. I can't keep up with the comments. 5 overs remaining. Okay, I saw that. You were asking, yeah, Devika Vai. Okay, thank you. In the WPL. Awesome. I knew that these comments were going to come. Guys, bring it in. Bring it in. You're welcome. Bring it in. I think you said South Africa chase 5 overs remaining. Is that what you said? Chicken banana. Okay, guys. When this innings is done, I am going to take a break. I am going to start it with the first ball of the second innings. I'm going to be on time for that. Excelling in all formats isn't that easy as Kohli. Yeah, well, yeah, I think the all format players I think they're going to start dying out, guys. They're going to be a scarcity in cricket. There's just, I mean, look, I think that's part of why Shubman Gill is injured. I think there's just too much. He's got too much on his plate. A single. That going to be 4. Okay, no, I was like, goodness me. Here's your India's next all-rounder, guys. Harshit Rana. India's next all-rounder. Goodness me. Is it tea time there? So I'm going to have a late lunch. We are moving towards 12 minutes before 2. 12 minutes before 2. Why? Shamsi is in the squad. I don't know about Shamsi. It makes me really sad. Shukri has spoken in the media that he has had conversations with Shamsi. So I'm not sure, because if you think about it, Quinton de Kock came out of retirement. He had a conversation with Shukri, and he's back into the mix. So what is that telling me? It's telling me that maybe Shamsi could be done. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because if de Kock is back, you know, Shukri is very open. You know, he knows all of these guys. He was in our domestic system for 25 years. The players are like sons to him, you know. What is Aiden talking about now about time? Is he saying that we are behind the over rate? Followed the bat. Guys, it feels as though it's getting easier to bat. Is it just me? There's just no dew though. Or not a lot of dew. That's 2 extra runs for India. India's on 345. They are marching towards this 350 total. So I think the guys who are not playing, they're being rested. Nah, I think Quinton de Kock is a very humble, quiet guy. I'd like him to be more cocky. Which part of India is who? Subrian is... No, Subrian is he's an Indian from Durban. A lot of Indians in South Africa, they live in Durban. One of my best friends is Indian, and he comes from Durban. But he's got a amazing burger shop in Cape Town. It's one of the voted the 20th best burger in the world, I think. So yeah, he's an Indian from Durban. See, the Indians are doing well here in South Africa, guys. You're welcome to come and visit. Yes, so my friend, his grandfather is from Gujarat. Yeah. So yeah, all of the heritage, you're right. No, I don't think it's not a 5-run penalty. It's 4 fielders. They're showing it on the screen now. We can only have 4 players outside because we're behind the overs. So usually you could have 5. Now we can only have 4. Gerald Coetzee is injured again. These guys who bowl 150 kilometers an hour. I see Mark Wood is also not going to play the second test. Guys, Corbin Bosch is very calm. He's very calm, this guy. If that was Siraj now, he would have rushed across that pitch. Look at the Yorkers, guys. Corbin Bosch is just a great example of Shukri Conrad's genius. Corbin Bosch was in the domestic system in South Africa for 10 years and nobody saw his talent. In comes Shukri. He brings him into the squad. Now Corbin Bosch is playing. He was just retained by Mumbai Indians. You know, so I think in terms of coaching, and I think this is a very interesting conversation. I think the coach, is that going to be caught? He deserves a wicket. Yeah, there we go. Aiden Markram isn't going to drop that. I think if the coach knows about the domestic players, I think it's good for the team because they know, okay, you know, this guy, there's potential there. And then they could get those guys from the domestic system and they can bring them into the international setup. Yes, a good ball that by Corbin Bosch. I don't know where Phoenix Durban is, but in Durban, yes. The food in Durban is also fantastic, guys. Great food in Durban. Although, ironically enough, funnily enough, it was Harsha Bogle who said when they toured South Africa, the hottest curry, guys, the spiciest curry they've ever tasted in their lives they tasted in Durban. So when you do come to Durban, just beware. The curries are very hot. And Arshdeep Singh is in now. Can we... Oh, boy! Guys, Corbin Bosch. Yes, this guy is just... For me, I have him in every format. He's just so bloody good. Let's see if he can do this. Bosch should play every match. Thank you, Prasanth. I also think this guy is such a... You know, all of the matches he played for Mumbai, he did well. He's the type of guy that he grabs his opportunity and he does really well. They are outdoing us. They are. Okay, there's a shop down the road here and the lady is also from Durban. And I had a curry and I was like, whoa. I got home and I put cream in it. Because it was just, it was, whoa, guys, on fire. And then I've had curries. Look, I prefer curries from India more than from Durban. But yeah, if you're into your spicy. Oh, guys, football. What the hell was that? Did you guys see that? I don't know. Is that out or is that not out? That's the last delivery. Guys, imagine South Africa needs 350. That's literally the score I said from the bloody start. We need 350 to win this. Can you believe it? I think he's appealing because he kicked the ball. I mean, let's see. Is this another England-New Zealand scenario? No, but I think that's fine, though. Guys, he's excited. It's a hat-trick ball. Of course you're going to appeal for that. If you're on a hat-trick, even if the ball goes, it's one of those full tosses that goes off the pitch, you're going to appeal for that, guys. Yeah, vegan food is quite popular. I don't know what's... Okay, guys, just go. Just move on. That's not out. Yeah, Corbin. He's got such a easy action, right? I feel like Kuldeep, you know, that's a nice little tap in there, a la Erling Haaland. It's a nice one there. We have vegan food. Yes, chicken. My two of my friends are vegan, so... Okay, guys. I only have 30 minutes. I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. I'm going to actually end this stream and I'm going to restart a stream in 30 minutes. South Africa need 350 to win. We are in for an absolute cracker of a second innings. I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.